Hello everyone, Satyajit Patnaik here and I am the lead instructor for this program, and I'm super excited that you have taken your first step into the field of data. Now when it comes to data analytics or data science and AI, the very first thing which is important is a programming language. And when it comes to the field of data, Python is one of the most important programming language that is needed before you jump into the next topics of statistics, SQL or predictive AI. Now, talking about Python. Now, many of you are coming from different backgrounds. Some of you are coming from technical backgrounds. For them, learning Python will be little bit easier, but for someone who is coming from a complete non-IT background or from a non-technical background, for them learning Python could be little bit difficult. So what I want is, I want patience from you. In the very first module, we are going to learn Python from scratch. Now, just to let you know that we are not aiming to become a Python experts. So in this program, in the first module that we will be going through, everything will be taught to a certain extent which can make you competent enough in the field of data analytics or data science. It will not make you a professional in Python. That means once you learn all these topics, you will be good enough for the roles in the space of data, but you might not be good enough for the Python programming related jobs, which is not our focus on, right? Now to get started with, what I want is, when you are learning Python, whenever I'm teaching something, please practice along with me. After that also, you have to keep practicing for couple of months so that you are good enough in Python, and then take your second jump to the next modules and everything should be good enough. So practice makes everybody perfect. So try to focus more on Python, especially for people who are coming from non-technical background. Now, this video is going to help you as part of an installation guide, because when it comes to Python, the very first thing is installation. And many of you were actually facing problems. Many of you have reached out to me on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, on various other platforms that, sir, everything is fine, but installation guide is missing, where we are facing difficulties. So here we are. This video serves as the installation guide for you. So let's get started. I will be explaining you how to install Python and how to get started with it. And going forward in the lectures, what you need to do is follow the videos, follow whatever I'm teaching, practice it by yourself, and you should be good enough. See you. So this is the Python installation guide that we will be sending you as part of this video. You can just check out the resources. Click on that. You shall be able to get this particular document. Following this document is super simple. In case you are still not able to follow, you can always check out for the internet or try writing down on ChatGPT. They can also help you on Python installation guides, but let's try to follow this documentation. Okay, so the very first thing is going to python.org/downloads, and you can just download the latest version. In this particular document, we have mentioned 3.10 because the installation guide was created couple of months or couple of years back, but nothing has changed, right? It's just the version that has changed. So after 3.10, which was launched around 2021, there are 4 more versions. It is not super recommended to download the very latest Python version, because most of the times the very latest versions will have some bugs, right? So it's better to download 3.13, which is one version lower than the latest one. So you can also download it here. If you click on here, you should be able to get the application, save it, and once saved, you can install it. I will not run this because in my case, it is already installed. It's super simple and super easy to install, right? After that, what I usually do is, I also go for Anaconda Navigator. Now, what is Anaconda Navigator? Anaconda Navigator is a GUI interface where a lot of things will be visible. You can download your own ID, you can download Anaconda prompt, multiple other things, Jupyter Notebook. So it's like a one-stop solution and it's completely free. So let's go ahead and download it. Okay, earlier it was not asking for email IDs. Maybe there is some change, I don't know. Let's try to follow. Just for the sake of this video, I have uninstalled my Anaconda Navigator, so I will be installing it for you in this video. Check your mail for the download link. Okay, so let me check. OpenAI. Oh, my bad, I am checking the wrong one. Yeah, this one. And here I should be able to get Anaconda distribution download now. Okay, now here it is asking for installers. Now mine is a Windows one, so I'll definitely go for the Windows installer. Okay, and it is a 951 MB file, so depending on your internet speed it will take some time. Mine should be done quickly. Let's wait for a minute. Now while installation of Anaconda Navigator is going on, let me also tell you about a completely different option while the download is going on, right? I don't want to impact the download. Anybody who is facing challenges in Python installation, if you are not able to follow any blogs, any videos, still struggling, of course you can reach out to me, send a message over my WhatsApp, or reach out to me on LinkedIn, or just raise a Q&A here. In case any of these options are not you're not able to solve, then nothing to worry about, because we are not living in 2010, we are living in 2025. So we have an online option where Python installation is not needed. So you just have to go to collab.research.google.com. Now once you are in this platform, it will ask you for creating a new notebook. Just create a new notebook and done. This is nothing but a kind of a Jupyter notebook on cloud. So you don't need to install anything locally. But while running the pieces of code here, yes, there could be scenarios where your libraries are not installed. So you can easily install it here directly. Let's say pandas. Now this is an installation of library, not Python installation. For using Google Colab, you don't need Python installation because you're using an online version where Python is already installed. I'm just showing you how to install a library. Okay, don't get confused. Now going back to Anaconda Anaconda Navigator. So my installation is done. You just have to click next. Nothing rocket science. Click next, install it, and once your installation is done, then you will be able to see a GUI or an interface where multiple applications will be shown. You can directly install from there. You can start using it. Okay, so there are multiple things. One is Anaconda prompt, through which you can actually run Python codes. You can open your Jupyter notebook, and there are some IDEs, integrated development environments. So in Python there are multiple IDEs. One of them is VS Code. So personally, sometimes I use VS Code, sometimes I use Spider, which is available in Anaconda Navigator. So it depends from user to user. This is like a IDE, Visual Studio Code. Because of the installation, I think it's taking a little bit time to open my applications. So let's give some time for this installation part. People who are already aware of the technical parts, who are already coming from a technical background, of course for them installing Python is like very easy. But I can understand that for a non-technical person it can be a little bit hectic, and that is one of the reasons why I am doing this video. It's still taking time. Okay, let us give that time for the installation to happen. Let me move on to Google Colab. How do we use Google Colab? Now Google Colab is, as I told you, Python installation is not needed, right? You can directly start working on it. Let's say you are creating a variable a is equals to 5, and then you want to print a, right? And then once you write down these codes, there are two ways of executing it. Either you click on this. If you click, you are able to get the output. Now another option is you also can do shift enter. You can see, right? I will copy paste it here and I will do shift enter. Shift enter, automatically that output is printed, and then automatically you are going to the next line of code. Okay, so that is how you can use Google Colab. Now let's say you want to add a file or you want to read a file in Python, because here it's google.colab.research.google.com, right? You cannot really access your local machine because we are running it online. So you always have to upload your notebooks. Let's say you have a CSV file. Let's say I'm just taking some random files. So let's say I want to use this file dataset, right? So this dataset sits on your local machine. Fine. So if you're using your local Python, you just have to pass that exact path. So that exact path could be let's say Python, and then where was it, like here, right? So that exact path will be this one, right? This one. But in this case we are not accessing our local system because we are using online Python, right? So in this case we have to upload this file and then right click and copy path and then read this file. So let's say I'm going to read it using pandas, import pandas as pd. Let's say df is equals to pd.read csv, and then I pass this, so my df is ready. If I look at my data frame, this is how it looks like. My data is ready. If I give exactly this location, right, of course it will not work because we are running it online. How will online tool know where this path is, right? So very clear, right? So in case your local Python is not installed, do not worry about anything. Just simply use Google Colab, because even for most of the exercises during this program I have used Google Colab because it's very easy, simple to use. You don't have to worry about Python installations and all those things. Now coming back to Anaconda Navigator, it's still not installed. Let us give some more time. So the installation is complete. If I go to next launch Anaconda Navigator, our Anaconda Navigator should be ready within a couple of seconds. Let me just open my Anaconda Navigator. In the meanwhile, my VS Code is also open. Now this is also another ID. If you want to use such kind of IDs, you just need to install Python, that we showed in the very first installation guide that we showed. Python installation is done. After Python is installed, you just have to download one of the IDs. Okay, ID means integrated development environment. There are multiple IDs available. VS Code is one of them, Visual Studio Code. Okay, I personally do not use Visual Studio Code a lot. I usually use this one. Inside Anaconda Navigator there is something called as Spider. That is what I use. Now okay, let's just talk about Anaconda Navigator. Okay, you can see a lot of tools, a lot of things available. What I specifically use is, I usually use Anaconda Prompt. Okay, Anaconda Prompt is already installed, so you can simply go to Anaconda Prompt. Done. And then inside Anaconda Prompt you can check your Python is installed or not. You can see Python 3.12 is already pre-installed. Okay, now if you want to run the exact same piece of code that we ran here, let's say this one, a is equals to 5, print a, you can see it is able to print you 5, right? So Python is installed and it is working. Now another advantage of Anaconda Prompt is, first of all, check your Jupyter notebook is installed or not. It is installed, right? Jupyter Notebook, it says launch, right? That means it's installed. If it shows install, that means it's not installed. It's by default installed. Now imagine you want to open a Jupyter Notebook in your local system. Let's say you want to open it in this folder. Let's say I will go to this folder. Let's say this folder, okay. Now what I need to do is I need to redirect to this folder, cd, and then folder name, and then here I just have to type in Jupyter Notebook. So what will happen is in this particular folder your Jupyter Notebook will be installed and you will be able to open Jupyter Notebook. You can see Jupyter Notebook is opened and by default this folder is opened. IPL score predictor and all these files you can check, right? All these files. Now here also you can create your own new terminal or a new pandas, this thing. You can see here by default there is already a Python notebook ipynb file. This one you can also open this. So you are able to open this, right? And then you will also be able to run these pieces of code. So file not found because it is searching for this folder where the folder is here. So I'll just have to pass the entire path here. Deliveries dot, okay, there is no such deliveries.csv. So let's say, and then this one, second data set. Okay, let's say I will just do it for the first one, and you can see it's able to run, right? It is able to go to this folder. If you don't pass this folder also, it will still be able to, it will still be able to run. You just have to pass static slash this thing. That's it. You're able to run and execute. So two techniques are there. You install Python, you don't install Python, both the options are there. In case you want to use any of them, you can use it. So the hassle-free technique is obviously Google Colab. Just go to colab.research.google.com, and then once you go through it, you just have to create a new notebook and start practicing Python. In case you have any questions, reach out to me. I will wish you all the best for this entire program, learn Python and various other modules. And in case you have any questions in your journey, feel free to reach out to me. Good luck.